Hi, this is Rob Packard from Medical Device Academy. This is a short video explaining what you get when you purchase our procedure for identification and traceability. That's SYS-032. This procedure is required by the FDA. It's required by ISO 1345. It's required by Health Canada. It's required for CE marking. You have to identify products and you have to have traceability to your raw materials all the way through the production process, and you have to identify and segregate the status of product throughout the entire product realization process, all from the time you plan to order something with a purchase order all the way till the time you ship it. And even after you ship it, you have to have traceability for service, maintenance, recalls, any complaint handling, or post-market surveillance. So identification and traceability is an essential part of all medical device manufacturing for all different categories and classifications in all countries. That's how we execute recalls. That's how we keep track of what things need to be investigated, what products need complaint handling, what products need CAPAs. You need traceability and identification of status for every part, every component throughout all the product realization. You have to have this, and it's a requirement for a procedure. It's not optional. It's not suggested. It is required. There's no possible exception of this. You even need it for software because you need to keep traceability records for versions of your software in every single build you do, and every single release you do, and every patch you do. So you can't get out of this. Okay, that's number one. Now I'm going to show you what's inside the procedure when you purchase it. Okay, it's a very short procedure, 3 pages long. I made it as short as I possibly could to help people out. Procedures that are referenced by this, first of all, we reference the quality manual in all our procedures. We also reference the UDI procedure, that's unique device identifier, because that's the new system that the FDA is using and Europeans are using and other countries are using for tracking lot numbers of products and serial numbers of products. They use a UDI barcode. So our procedure for that is SYS-39. The regulations for that are 21 CFR 830 for the US. There are other regulations in other countries, but you need a UDI procedure to be compliant with that. You're also required to have distribution records. So that's covered in our shipping procedure, SYS-015. And last but not least, you have a purchasing procedure. And we have a little flow diagram here. When you purchase something, that's the beginning of the process for identification and traceability. And the output would be a label that has that lot number on it. And a purchase order form would be another record out of that purchasing process, and the traceability throughout when did we order it, when did we receive it, that information should be included. The people that would typically be involved in the identification and traceability, you'd have somebody in quality would be responsible, somebody in supply chain management, somebody in product development, and you might also have somebody in operations and manufacturing. So those would be the areas where you would have responsibility for this. Each person has different types of responsibilities within this procedure, but each one will have some training requirements for this procedure. In the procedure, we give you a format or template on assigning lot numbers. Is this required to use our format? No. But this is a very common format to have a 5-digit number for your lot number and have it be the first 2 digits the year and the last 3 digits be sequential. And that would give you up to 999 lots per year. Some companies need more than that. If you're making sutures, you might have 1 million lots. So you're going to need a much bigger number. But depending on how many product codes you have, how many years you have, depending on how complex your business is, that will determine your number, and you can modify this form to explain what your lot numbering system is going to be. We reference our labeling procedure in here, SYS-30, so you should have a labeling procedure. That's a requirement of the FDA. We reference the UDI procedure. That's SYS-39, and we indicate if the barcode is too small for the product, it should still be on the label. We talk about serialization of implants. Some of these sections of this procedure are required under traceability requirements, particularly for implants. If you don't have an implant, you can delete the sections of the procedure that are specific to implants, but you can't say we don't need this procedure because we don't have implants. You still need this procedure. If you have a printed circuit board, you need traceability to the circuit boards, to the serial number level. When we come down into monitoring and measuring, in general, you're using traceability to make sure that you don't have mix-ups. To prevent mix-ups, or whenever mix-ups occur, you want to be tracking that and trending that. Any problems with a specific lot, you want to be doing statistical analysis of lots to see, boy, this lot's had more problems than all the rest. What's wrong with this lot? Those are some of the things you'll be looking at from a monitoring and measuring standpoint. We have training requirements. So we say which departments need to be trained on all aspects of the procedure, and some of the departments only need to be trained on portions of the procedure. Then we have risk management, how we apply risk management to this process. And then we have the records from this process. So you're going to have training records and you're going to have purchase order records. And then each of those other procedures, you're going to have records associated with them, like a labeling record, a device master record. You're going to have a device history record or batch record. You're going to have records for UDI compliance. You're going to have records for design. So there's a lot of other records related to other procedures. But for this, we really only have this procedure. We made this as simple as possible and redirected you to other procedures where you're going to need other information. So this is about as simple as we can make this process. If you need implant requirements, like implant records and implant cards, we have a separate procedure for that. But this is made as simple as we possibly could, and you could even delete a few things if you don't have implants, because it wouldn't be applicable. Thank you very much, and I hope this helps you. Bye-bye.